yellow, and the struggle continues, and things are going to change. We're going to make sure that they change. But the biggest fight too is democracy. Freedom, you all see what happened. Many people after 2015, they said to me, come on, they're crying, they said we never get back in, these people will rig, they will try to keep the elections as usual. And then you knew. And they were right, you saw what happened, they tried to steal the elections. So we had to be very strong to fight them off. And many people thought we'll never come back to power, the older comrades. But we fought them off, we managed to safeguard democracy, and we're here today. The party is back in power, and we're hoping to stay there in the long run, for a long, long time into the future because of the So yeah.
This is a catastrophe here.
All right, comrade, yeah.
And we think last year, August, we gave people land. So the farmer needs assistance from the government. Because we get like 60
all right, so I will let Zulfi come back here, the Minister of Agriculture, and talk to you about it.
What year right there?
Not come out to the meeting and I came. I went to the school 2 times. Last month I went to the school.
Last month? You only come today and you pop. All right. You heard what I said? Yeah. You must go when Zulfi come too. Not only we. Zulfi is from Berbice. You know Zulfi, a long time for our party. He's now Minister of Agriculture. So you all must come out too. But also, not only comrades, every time we give help, a lot of people who not eligible go and grab the money. You know, half of them trying to put down their names, people who didn't lose anything in the flood time. How would we know who lost and who didn't lose? And then we get the heat. The party gets the blame all the time for people. So the fishermen, I just told them that. Because suddenly one man who catching a little fish in the pond, he gonna become a fisherman. He want the grant now too. Everybody turn fisherman over the next couple of weeks. So I said to them, you all gotta help us to ensure that only people who are eligible get the help, because the party takes the heat all the time. Somebody do some wickedness on the ground, PPP to be blamed. PPP to be blamed, although we are trying to help people. The farmers flooding, fertilizer, the rice farmers recently. Every time we try to help, we got about maybe 2,000 people who try to rip off the system. And so you should ensure you get the help. That doesn't happen here too, in this area. So Zulfi, you work with the group, Zulfi. Okay? All right.
The last time we collect some fertilizer, the fertilizer is good. Please don't put the camera on me.
Yeah. Is the fertilizer good?
No,
they water
Who gave you all the fertilizer?
We collect it right here.
Where?
Right above here.
Who gave you all here?
Who gave you, comrade? Who gave you? My comrade, you don't even know who gave you the fertilizer? You know, ask where the fertilizer come from. Now you ask where the fertilizer come from, and you know, and you're raising the who gave you the fertilizer? Yeah, but who gave you the fertilizer? Who gave you? No, but who gave you all the fertilizer? Who gave you?
The chairman for the group.
Yes.
I received from Mr. Chan at 63.
Who you received the fertilizer from?
Mr. Chan.
Who, Mrs.
Mr. Chan.
Yeah, so what kind of fertilizer is this?
Farmers Group. The National Coordinator for Farmers Group, Mr. Rabindranath Prasad, we donated fertilizers to the Farmers Group.
So this is government?
Yes.
Government fertilizer.
From Nari.
So, from Nari. So where is the head of Nari? He didn't come here? Here, bring him here. Yeah, let him come now. So we got to trace this backwards to see who is responsible for supplying fertilizer and why the fertilizer wasn't good. So let the head of Nari now investigate that. Okay, so Zulfi, I want that investigated. Well, that is the same problem we got about, right. Every time you try to do something good, it the problem in the area. The problem in the area. So we're going to send the head of Nari now. Yeah. We're going to send the head of Nari to find out why the fertilizer was not good fertilizer. And if that is so, because all the farmers, how many farmers here received? And the fertilizer wasn't good? No. What do you mean by not good? Melt. Not that it's not good, it's just melted. Right? Melted over. Okay. All right, okay. So it melted out. Okay. And now I understand. I thought it was fake fertilizer they gave you. I understand now that the fertilizer wet. Okay. Well, let him try to address it. I thought it was fake fertilizer they bring.
Repack it back, so that's the reason it melts out.
So, Zulfi, make one more attempt, come back and meet the farmers. You all got to show up, like how you're here now. Go and see when Zulfi come here, you all go and see him too. And you bring your people, okay? And we'd help as much as possible, okay? To help the farmers here. I got to rush. I set up 3 impromptu meetings in Crabwood Creek because I didn't plan any of these meetings.
I have one more too.
Yeah.
I got a street to make, and I got to understand Mr. Edgel go Tuesday and they call off the street. So I want to know what's going on because we're in a circle, go round and round.
Yeah, but comrade, the streets in the area, all the streets would be done. Some have to be done first.
Yeah, but
So no, they're not being called off. All the streets will be done. You gotta start somewhere, and so eventually all the streets will be done. So nothing is called off. You may not be.
No, they said and get it on a hold. So why they got?
Comrade, I just told you about. Every street can be done at the same time. They all will be done. Because if everybody wanted to start first, well then you can't do anything here. You can't do all the streets at the same time. That's why I came the last time and we told them to come and do all the streets in Crabwood Creek. Let me show you the first rung. Nigel, you have that document? Show them the first rung that we're going to start off with. How many streets in here?
Sir, we are not going
yeah.
with our street here. We had a proper street, but Gaiwa is actually destroying the street. You can see it right here.
You pay down the middle of the street too.
Actually, it's not one spot. It's like 4 or 5 spots. And this street lately,
Only June last year.
Video on the critic. Only last year, you met.
We're supposed to pipe, so everything is
That one, the roads. I've been tracking this because since I came here the last time, we said to them all the streets in these areas got to be done.
working hard, right?
Yes, go ahead.
The Water Association. We have 11 drainage canals in Crabwood Creek, and the association has a drag line, but when we desilted the canal, the drag line is working too slow, so we want permission to purchase an excavator along.
I told him, we're giving him the permission.
Yeah, so you're giving him permission.
I told you the board, and we're writing you to give you the permission. So go ahead, well, you'll get the letter from us. I told you all, and you'll get the permission to buy it. Because they're using the rate so we're giving them.
Okay, thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Bajat.
this is Third Street I live in. One street supposed to build like years ago, almost 20 years. I live in the back there. I don't have no backland, no drainage, no street. My rainwater going other people's land. And I clean praises every meeting.
So, comrade, these rainwater and stuff, if we gotta look at changing this country. You understand what we are trying to do? What the challenges are? You got an opposition who, if we allow them, you don't have a place in this country. And so there are big initiatives we have to work, creating jobs. We just created 10,000 part-time jobs for people. We're now we just give the farmers help, the fishermen help, $150,000 each. We met with the rice farmers and the cash crop farmers. We started giving them fertilizer. Essequibo Coast, here in this region too, we're meeting with the rice farmers tomorrow. We met with the miners to help them to go back into production. We now set aside $4 billion for roads in this region that would fix up the roads. But not every road. It will take $20 billion to fix the roads in the region. So you got to start somewhere. It's not like we got a lot of money, unlimited amount of money. We're building a hospital now that will start in a few months' time, right here on this end that would replace that hospital, a modern hospital, 65,000 square feet, 3 operating theaters, 75 beds, with a CT scan in the hospital that will start construction right here to replace the Skeleton Hospital. These things take money. We set aside $8 billion to pave the road, to start the work from Molson Creek to New Amsterdam, widen the main road so that more activities can take place. You have to map these things out. It costs a lot of money to do all of this, the big things. We now have to deal with Gaisuko. They shut down all these estates. In Rose Hall, we had 900 persons there working. We hired back 600 so far. We get because of COVID, we can't restart the estate. We're waiting for some parts from abroad. But that is going to restart. At Albion, we're moving the packaging plant from Enmore to Albion and enhancing Albion. Here at Skeleton, major problems. We're trying to see how we utilize the land. Want to give a lot of the workers maybe small plots of land to do hemp so that they can earn a living and stuff. It's major. We just came out of 2 years of pandemic too, and trying to get all of these things going, and 10 years practically of neglect. People think APNU was only for 5 years, but from 2011, 2012, remember they had the majority in Parliament. So it is not 5 years. It was from 2011 that they've been in control. They used to cut the budget. You remember we had a 1-seat short majority in the Parliament, and that is how we had to have early elections too in 2015. So it's about 10 years of inimical policies that we're trying to reverse. So people got to be patient while we're working on these. The mere fact I'm here, APNU would never even want to come to these areas here. That 5 years, they didn't even go to some of their communities, much less ours. And that's why I understand what you're saying. I understand that we need to fix the roads. I understand that we need to do all of these things. So that is why I'm here, to say to you, I understand we're going to fix them. It will take a while. You got to start somewhere. 48 roads to Crabwood Creek. Let me show you. This is, you see this here? All of these roads to be done. That's in Corriverton. I'm now going to Little Africa, Little India, and we have 2 more meetings here in Crabwood Creek. So look at this list.
But your road is being done, but it's not lasting for a long time.
Comrade, the thing is that you all learn to gripe. The thing is that you just told me GWI cut the road. Yes. That's a different matter. The problem here too, we got a major problem here, is that most places where you have wide roads, you can put the pipeline at the edge. But here, if you got to put it at the middle of the road, you don't got a choice. So if you got to now go and they got a problem with the pipeline, or you got to do something, you got to break the road. Where we going to put the pipeline? You know, in another area where you had a broad street, you can put it at the edge, so you don't need to break the pipeline. And so, but they need to, when they break something, they need to fix it back. That's what they should be doing, GWI. But sometimes that is how government agencies work. They just go, pass, and fix it. And they don't do anything. Do it back. But a lot of these small old settlements, we have that problem where the roads are too narrow. So you had to put the thing. We were thinking about, that's what we said, should we put concrete on these roads? Like we're doing a lot of concrete pavement. And we said, but what if something goes wrong, a water main break? How are we going to get it? And then the conclusion, you got to fix the road. You got to put the concrete or the asphalt, whether the water may break or not, because you got no other place to put the water main. You know, like many places, you have a wide road. There are other schemes, so you don't have to do that. So we got to understand these things when they fix, and this is what Sheikh Bash and Colin and Suzanne must come here, and they must talk to the GWI representative in the area. They need to make sure they break something, they fix it back. But you all got to help us. You know, not just complain about it. Harass them. Harass them. Yes.
Whenever they dig, they're gonna concrete
Yes.
back their hole.
But you, when they don't do it, you harass GWI. You harass the NDC chairman. You see this chap, he getting an easy pass. He's the regional chairman. He should be looking at this. Y'all go and harass him in his office. Right, y'all go. Don't wait until I come here. We got a lot of big things to deal with. Y'all harass some of them too in the region.
In the time you will get it down.
All right. So put the region. Where's Amala?
Take your permission, right?
Make sure you call them and purchase that. All right.
So, meetings after meetings, and the vice president is meeting mostly PPP supporters. So, we're going to the next location, guys. Stay tuned for updates.